Hello and welcome to Boring Dead Gaming, where today I'm going to be playing the release version of Two Falls, Nishu Takuat Shina, I think it might be said. Apologies for the pronunciation if not. First of all, thanks very much to the publisher for the key for this game, very much appreciate it. What is it? Well, I played the demo a little while back on the channel. It's if anyone who's played something like Firewatch, I think I guess people might call it a walking simulator, but it seems, it's a narrative adventure set in the 19th century in sort of the Canadian wilderness. I think we follow two characters, sort of French lady who's been shipwrecked and is sort of making her way through the wilderness, and a native Inuit as well. Yeah, I don't know too much more about it. I played the demo, I enjoyed it. Let's start a new game and see it all for ourselves. Episode 1, Takuat Shineu. I'm gonna go with that pronunciation. The weather signals the coming of autumn. Start episode. Nouvelle, France, 1665. Coast of the St. Lawrence River. 2 hours after the sinking of L'Intrépide. L'Intrépide, yeah.
In France, they called us Filles du Roi, daughters of the king. Most of us came here to start over, to live new lives, better lives, far from Europe's cruelty. All I found was death. I'm okay. I'm okay. Good boy. Did you drag me back to shore? Where's everyone else?
I don't think they made it.
Oh no. Hélène? Hélène, where are you? Thérèse! Marie! Anyone? That's right. We can't be the only ones. We can't be. Come on, boy. Let's look for survivors.
Got some WASD. Okay, this is good, because in the demo it kind of brought you into the game. I mean, it didn't say as much, but I suspected it, that it kind of brought us in a little way into the game, because it kind of mentioned a shipwreck that we didn't witness and stuff. So it's good that we start here. Let's look for survivors. Also to mention, anyone who didn't catch that episode on the demo, it did seem to have some sort of spooky and supernatural elements to the game as well that we got a little glimpse of. That was pretty good fun. Gonna follow our doggy.
Did you find something?
Yeah. He's found some booze. We need wine.
Captain's eau de vie. Your owner must be close.
His little face. So he's the captain's dog, is he?
Almost empty. Was he drinking when the storm hit?
Got a choice. Let the dog take a sniff.
Here, can you pick up the captain's scent? Ugh, that reeks. Can't believe sailors fought over this. Forget it. Let's just keep looking.
Alright, I guess he hasn't got the scent. So, this is the forest. Intimidating. I think you do get a run later. I don't seem to have one just yet.
It's me, Jeanne!
So you get these little codex entries as well. St. Catherine's Bay. So this is Maikan. He's the other character that we play, but we're playing as Jeanne for the time being. Capitaine, that's his name. So Jeanne, recruiters warned us life in Nouvelle France wouldn't be easy, but I couldn't imagine it being worse than Europe. So New France. I didn't know that Canada was referred to as that. Oh, it's earlier than I thought. Well, it did say 1669, didn't it? I thought it was 1800s, but okay. I lost my family at 5, survived in the streets of La Rochelle alone until the convent took me in. I found God during my time there, and he gave me purpose as a caretaker who could work for the good of others. But my actions would never make a real difference, not with France ruled the way it was. That's why, even though King Louis sent us here to marry and have children, I came to make the New World a better place, while carrying the will of God within me. I just hope he still hears my prayers now that I'm so far from home. So we've got some historical facts then to give us context about Jeanne and why she's here. In the mid-1600s, Nouvelle France's unmarried men outnumbered women at a rate of 15 to 1, a disparity which severely stifled the colony's growth. To remedy the situation, King Louis XIV began recruiting filles du roi, literally daughters of the king. These unmarried, common-born women, typically orphans or young widows living in poverty, were recruited with the purpose of marrying colonists and bearing many children. Although life was arduous across the sea and rules for displacement strict, the New World promised them better lives than Europe would ever offer. Each exported daughter was given a free trousseau. Not sure what that is. I'm not sure. A free trousseau for clothing, ship fare, and even a wedding dowry. As a result of this practice, over 200 young women emigrated in only 30 years, quickly rectifying the colony's birth rates. Interesting. We also have Capitaine, a playful, cuddly dog I met aboard the ship to Nouvelle France, formerly owned by the Intrepide's captain. I didn't get along with most of the girls I was travelling with, but I certainly got along with this little guy. It's probably because we both shared this sort of pure, optimistic excitement to see the New World's wilderness. He's smart, even for a trained dog, and I often get the impression he understands my every word. Although I never learned his real name, he still comes running every time I shout Capitaine. I wonder if it's because he thinks I'm calling out to his owner? Okay, historical facts. An energetic breed with a telltale tricolour coat of fur, the first English shepherds were the result of combining various collie breeds found across the British Isles. This might have been the info that was available in the demo. We had a little speculation about what sort of breed it might be, but apparently it's an English sheep. It doesn't look like an English sheepdog. What I think of an English sheepdog, but okay. Their keen hearing, high stamina, extreme intelligence, and ease of training made English shepherds popular pets among North America's first colonists, who kept them as watchdogs, herders, ratters, hunting partners, and, of course, loving companions. Though they are known to bond strongly with their owners, English shepherds require near-constant stimuli to keep their enthusiasm high and their minds sharp. One could assume the cramped confines of a ship led Capitaine to form a fast friendship with the exuberantly curious Jeanne. Okay, and we have one for the current location. I'll read these codex entries as we find them, but I won't do a huge amount at once. So, but just to let us know where we are. The site of the Intrepide's fateful accident and the place where I first set foot in Nouvelle France. I used to think the New World would look like something out of a fairy tale, but my first nights on that beach felt like something that crawled straight out of my nightmares. The stony shores were sharp as fangs and the winds loud as distant screams. Worse yet, every time I peered into the forests, I swore I could see something moving in the shadows, stalking me, hunting me. I'm beginning to understand why the king's men paid for us to come here. Historical facts. A rocky beach framed by dense forests. One of the first treaties between French settlers and the native nations occurred in this location. The former received land in exchange for providing military protection to the latter, and the alliance ended with the promising words, "Our sons shall marry your daughters, and then we shall be one people." The waters of this area were once rich with cod, beluga, and narwhal, which sparked the expansion of major French fishing industries in the late 1600s, though hunting excesses soon reduced the supply of freshwater fish to nearly nothing. A coastal village was built soon after these first fisheries were established, and it still exists to this day. The bay owes its name to the Saint Catherine, a ship that sunk just off the coast in 1686. I don't think that... No, we're the Intrepide, aren't we? So it's not our ship that gave it its name.
Ugh. Everything's gone rancid. What are we gonna do for food?
Oh, can we stroke Capitaine? I'm going to look up English Shepherd, because English Sheepdog is something quite different. So, I'd never heard of an English Shepherd.
Oh no. This is Helene's. But it's all... No. No. No, she can't be.
I think she is.
Our Lord who art in heaven, grant me courage to... My rosary. Where's my rosary? It has to be here. It has to be somewhere. It has to. God.
Well, in the ocean,
please.
probably.
Not this too.
What's this? Oh dear. That's not paint.
God. That's so much blood. I don't even want to think about what happened.
I'm presuming I can't just go marching off into the sea. Yeah, no, I get stopped. Capitaine, where do we go next? Probably there. Largely free of other bodies. I don't know where everything is.
Can anyone hear me? Anyone? You found him.
Just as I was saying that. Don't think he looks very well.
He's gone. They're all gone. Why, God? Why take them? Why leave me alone again? A Bible.
Growth. Some choices made along the character's journey will affect their outlook on the world. Okay. Well, I can see that the right button choice probably feeds into sort of selfishness or, self-absorption in some way, whereas I think we'll do use it to offer prayers for the fallen. Jeanne's faith grows more dogmatic. Oh, okay. Interesting. Choose wisely and you will steer Jeanne's perception of the new world.
Lord, grant me courage to face this on my own and protect me from evil.
I was hoping it might be something more empathetic
which
than that.
you swore to their fathers, and give them peace. Amen. I know, boy. I know. Come on. We need to get help. I don't know how far Quebec is, but...
Uh-oh.
Easy. Easy. Something's out there.
Tutuskak, heartland of the Innu people, 35 kilometers away. So I presume this is our second character that we play.
The lands Innu call home are more than hunting grounds. They're bridges to our past. There, I walk the paths of my ancestors, track the same prey, cross the same rivers. But that day, the past felt distant. Something changed my home, scarred it, and I needed to know why. More frostbitten flowers. Wind's colder too. Good. Still on the right trail.
One thing I do want to mention is that I noticed on the game's Steam forum there was some discussion about the voice acting. It's very good, first of all, I want to say, but also the developers seem to have gone out of their way to choose people of the right nationalities to voice the characters. So, everyone, like I think a French lady voices the French character, and someone with sort of Inuit heritage is voicing Maikan, I think. So it's all done very sensitively, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, and also this frostbite stuff, that seemed to tie in with sort of the more supernatural stuff that's going on. So, interested to see where that goes. Guess we're just walking this way for now.
Whole forest feels off today. The animals must fear that chill in the air too.
I made a joke in the demo video that it was the wild hunt, like from Witcher 3. It's obviously not that, but I wonder what is that would have caused it. It's quite pretty. I've gone for sort of a more stylized look than sort of photorealism, but I think it works.
Maybe great-grandfather was right. Maybe the cold really is driving the caribou away.
Ooh.
But then, what drove this cold here? Huh? Sap hasn't thawed. This is recent. Need to be careful.
I smashed all the bark off the tree. Just to get the area for unusual elements.
Frost alone can't cause damage like this. Something else tore through here. Something big.
Maybe it was the wild hunt.
No sign of prints, though.
Have a look at the waterfall. Oh, is that... see, there's blood over there. Go check that out.
Oh, no! I don't understand. Who or what would do something like this?
No use. The wood's too wet. Dead branches from the forest might work better. But... Lord, I pray for your protection. You are my hiding place. Under your wings, I find refuge. Protect me. Please. You're getting cold too, huh? Boy?
Come back, Capitaine! What's up, dude? What's it telling me to do, Tab? Oh, that's just our objectives. Okay.
I know, boy. I miss them too. At least we have each other.
I do. I can move the mouse to stroke his little head. Aww.
I guess we... What's wrong?
Have a quick look at the codex. So I'll read the Maikan stuff next time we're in a Maikan section. But what has she got? She got a history thing. That's the New Testament. I'm not going to read that one. I think we all are aware what that is, but Jeanne's Lullaby. Okay. Mother always said I learned to sing long before I learned to speak. I'm inclined to believe that, if only because I remember her singing this tune to me every night before bed. She changed the lyrics every night too, though. Maybe to keep it interesting for me, maybe because she never knew what the right words were to begin with. It was my father who first heard this song, back when he worked at La Rochelle's ports alongside foreign sailors. If it came from overseas, that would explain why no one else at the convent had ever heard it. Regardless, the song always felt special to me. It always gave me courage and comfort when I needed it most, even though Dad said it was supposed to be a very sad song. I never really thought of it that way, till the day he died. Historical facts. Presumably originating from the Åland Islands, a Swedish-speaking region of Finland located in the Baltic Sea, the lullaby Jeanne sings was initially a folk song known as Ven ka segla... I apologise for the pronunciation of all this stuff. Forutan vind? The name literally translates to Who Can Sail Without the Wind. Its modern French and English renditions were written circa 1909, but it is estimated that the first translations date back to the Renaissance. These translations were potentially inaccurate, as it remains unclear even today whether the song was first intended as a lullaby or a sailor's shanty. Other interpretations even frame it as a call and response tune, a dirge, or a composition intended for an operatic choir. As a result, each version's lyrics vary considerably, with its main themes even alternating between baking, war, or life at sea. However, each and every version shares one unifying motif, the sorrow of losing a loved one. Capitaine! Where are they there? Oh. Oh my god, what's that?
What is that thing? Wait. Is it searching the wreckage? Oh god. We can't let it see us.
Move slow and quiet, I think, Jeanne. She grows more manipulative. Well, hopefully she doesn't grow more dead. That was my main idea. Oh, man. That wasn't a person, that looked monstrous. Like, that sort of...
Boy, no.
It looked like a werewolf,
Just
honestly.
stay, please.
Capitaine, what are you doing?
Please, don't. Boy,
What's the point of me moving quickly if the dog's going to go and bark at it?
God, it's coming. What do I do? What do I do? God, I'm begging you. Don't let this happen.
Capitaine!
Please don't let me die.
Oh. He's not a monster. It definitely was. It looked like a monstrous silhouette when it was down there.
Good boy. Where are the others hiding?
There are no others. It's just us.
You serious? God damn it. So much for finding help. I take it you've been freezing all night, huh? You know how to sew, girl?
Huh?
Sewing. You know, with needles and thread and shit. Know how?
Yes, I do.
Finally, a bit of luck. So, I can't exactly take care of this on my own. But I can trade you a fire for a couple of stitches. Sound fair?
Can I trust you?
How do I know you'll keep your end of the bargain?
Easy. You don't. But unless you feel like waiting for someone else to show up, I suggest you make do with me.
And that's how I met Pierre. The man who saved my life. The man who started all of this.
A good friend once told me, never let fear or hate prevent understanding. But that day, I didn't want to understand.
So let's look at the codex and we'll learn a bit more about Maikan. He's got a few things. I'll just read his own entry for the time being. Maikan. Great-grandfather always told me that the ways of the Innu are founded on respect and shared knowledge, not just of the territory we inhabit or the lessons passed down by our ancestors, but of each other. No matter the hardship faced or the harm done, forgiveness will teach better lessons than hatred and keep our home a place of beauty, of life. I believe in those lessons, I truly do. I just worry they won't be enough to let me trust the white men. I have seen what they are capable of, felt the pain they've caused my home, shed tears over the wounds they left, and I need to do everything in my power to stop more of those tears from flowing. Historical facts. Hailing from the Quebec-Labrador area, Innu are nomadic hunter-gatherers with deep spiritual ties to their territory and an affinity for humour in their stories. This trait led anthropologist Serge Bouchard to call them the laughing people, although the word Innu actually means free man in their native tongue. Traditional Innu life relies on a cycle of travel that matches the cycle of seasons. In autumn, they stock up on lard and meat by hunting bears as they track caribou. In winter, they hunt caribou for food, clothes, tools, and more. Come spring, they head back south to gather with other families, feasting on migrating geese and salmon while they travel. Finally, summers are for celebration. Fresh fruit is abundant, weddings are held, and supplies for all are gathered. Pretty cool. Right, okay, Maikan. And I hope that's how you pronounce it.
To wake up from a nightmare they created.
Source of the blood. So this was the section that was in the... one of the sections that was in the demo.
That stench. Rotting meat?
Although we haven't seen the Jeanne part that was yet.
No! I'd seen death before, but this was something else. Something worse.
Let's have a look at the Labrador Wolf entry then. Great-grandfather once told me that the wolves in Totoskak are unlike those from the west. They hunt in larger packs, are hardier than other breeds, and are better suited to the cold, rugged terrain of our homeland. Though we do not hunt them, they remain a sacred part of our home, and their lives deserve the same respect as any Innu person's. That, he says, is why my parents named me after them, so that I may share their resilience, their sense of community, and never forget how important my homeland is to me. The moment I saw the white wolf's butchered remains, I couldn't help but worry that part of myself died alongside it. Historical facts. From the she-wolf who nursed the Roman twins Remus and Romulus to the Cree tale which describes the battle between negative and positive emotions as two wolves fighting within us. These large, carnivorous canines have countless myths associated with them, and just as many subspecies found across the globe. The Labrador wolf in particular is a genus native to the Tadoussac region. Considerably larger than most North American breeds, their grizzled furs range in colour from dark grey to stark white, helping them blend into their rocky, wintry environments. Much like the Innu themselves, they mainly subsist on caribou, which they hunt in large groups, isolating targets before circling them, biting at their hindquarters until they are too hurt to flee or fight. Nowadays, the species is listed as endangered, both due to urbanization and dwindling caribou populations. This one certainly has already dwindled, I would say.
His remains were gaunt, like he'd been starving. Yet the white man hadn't eaten a single scrap of him. His snow-white fur had been hacked off, not skinned. I could taste his agony amid the stench, see it in his eyes. His spirit was crying out in pain, begging to be freed from that decaying prison. It felt as if his killers wanted to hurt him, even in death.
I'm sorry, you deserve better.
Forgive me, Wolf. I wish I could give you the peace they failed to. Great-grandfather may know how to slow your rot, but... Huh?
Oh, it's me. Right. Continue.
The white man's camp.
More of that frost.
He's... dead. Huh. He froze to death, but it wasn't slow or gradual. More like he was mauled by cold.
This is what he deserves.
Good riddance. Huh. You brought this upon yourself the moment you butchered that wolf. Stay here and rot like everything else you've ruined.
Oh, what's this?
That's odd. His moccasins are gone. Stripped bare and left behind, just like the wolf. Someone else was here, and he robbed this man. Why? What kind of mantush defiles his brother instead of burying him? Oh, that's some serious frost damage. And whatever did this must have done the same to him.
Yeah, what else we got?
Still a few embers. Fire's been out for a day, at most. The other man left a lot of supplies behind. Probably because he had to. A tanning rack. Must have been used for the wolf's fur. But it's gone now. Likely taken by the other man. He looted the camp, left his friend's body laying here, and ran off with the white wolf's hide. Now then, where did he go? Prints are deep, spaced far apart. He ran.
Let us follow.
Left behind some belongings, but no sign of the white belt. Still, for him to just drop all this? Fresh blood. Froze before it could dry. It's just like what killed the dead man. Great-grandfather was right. Our elders once spoke of a winter spirit who lashes out when nature is defiled. Should its anger go unappeased, frigid weather would follow, causing countless deaths. I had to find the one who did this, retrieve the white fur he had stolen, lay the dishonored wolf to rest, and fast. Or else, the coming winter would be my people's last.
A little read of that before we move on, presumably to Jeanne. The Winter Spirit. One year when great-grandfather was a child, our community was stricken by the worst winter the Innu have ever known. Snow fell before autumn leaves turned yellow. Ice tore apart full-grown trees. Hardy animals froze to death, and spring arrived at a time we would normally welcome summer. This, the elders said, was the work of the Winter Spirit. Though it is not evil, it is a fierce protector, a trickster who teaches harsh lessons to those who indulge in greed, dare take nature for granted, or believe themselves superior to it. How the spirit will punish these heartless white men I do not know, but the consequences of their actions stand to harm everyone upon this land, if nothing is done to right their wrongs. Historical facts. Question mark. Yeah, okay, it doesn't really know. History does not remember much of this. Okay, let us continue. We'll get to honouring animals at some point.
The other girls told me stories about men like him. Called them swashbuckling heroes. Men who could conquer the New World's wilds and beasts. But well, my first impression of Pierre was that he was a wild beast. All right, all done. Don't strain or the stitches might break.
Much obliged. Still can't believe you thought I was a werewolf, though.
It's quite cool, that's literally what she saw. It fooled me. I thought it was something supernatural.
I didn't mean to, but you were acting like I mean, I thought...
Relax. I'm just teasing. Still, after hearing that story, you're luckier to be alive than I thought. You, have my condolences, though. Lost a friend myself not long ago. I know it ain't easy. For what it's worth.
Thank you. I know they're at peace in his kingdom now. But none of them deserve this.
New World's a harsh place, Jeanne. Lots out here can kill. And ain't much will warn you before trying. My line of work taught me that, at least.
Let's ask about these things that kill.
You make it sound like you came close to dying.
I have. More than once. Fur traders like me learn not to take nature lightly, and fast. 'Cause if it ain't bears or locals that get you, it'll be bad weather or plain old hunger. And these days, I can't shake the feeling there's something else out there too. Sooner I'm back in Quebec, sooner I sleep with both eyes closed.
You're headed for Quebec? Oh, thank you, God! This is perfect. You can take me with you.
You kidding? No way in hell I'm doing that. Hike from here to Quebec takes weeks, woman. And I'm already lugging twice the load I oughta. Having you to worry about on top of that would be a goddamn death sentence.
Are you abandoning me?
So, what? You'll just leave me here to die?
No, I'll just let the cavalry handle you. Shipment of soldiers, Carignan Salière or some shit, ought to sail by here in about a week. Wreckage this size is easy to spot. So signal them clearly. They'll probably stop to sail you home.
Probably. You want me to wait here alone, on the off chance the military maybe stops to help me? If they don't stop, I'll die, Pierre.
Look, I get your point, but it's still safer here than out there, okay?
Oh yeah? Then stay with me. We can both take the ship home.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Why not?
Why? Doesn't matter. Point is, you can't come with me. End of story.
Confront him.
Are you trying to use me as bait?
Beg pardon?
You said the woods weren't normal. Like something in there was stalking you. And you're asking me to stay here, even though something like that is out there. If you're not trying to abandon me so I get eaten first, it doesn't show.
I know you're scared, but your odds won't be better by coming with me. There's carnivores out there, Jeanne. Iroquois, lawbreakers, you name it. There's too many things I can't protect you from, especially when I can barely protect myself. Stay here, and there's a chance you die, yeah. But come with me, and you're sure to die.
You don't know what I'm capable of.
All the more reason not to take a risk and find out.
What if I say no and follow you anyway? You can't exactly stop me from trying, can you?
You really want to test my patience, little lady? 'Cause I don't got much left.
Stand up for yourself.
And what if me following you wouldn't become a problem?
The hell are you getting at?
If I keep up with you without becoming a burden, you won't waste time worrying about me. Meaning, I won't test your patience at all. In fact, I'll make your life easier. All I do is follow. Nothing else. Unless you ask.
And if you do wear my patience out?
Leave me behind and forget me. Whether you do it now or in 2 days doesn't change much.
You're dead set about tagging along, aren't you?
I don't want to be alone, Pierre. I really, really don't.
This thing's already full as hell. And I, ain't supposed to strain, apparently. So, if we stock up on meat, fur, firewood, I can't be the one carrying it. Still think you'd keep pace with extra baggage?
Yes, of course.
Got ourselves a deal then, Miss Angelier. Here's hoping you keep your end of it.
I will, Pierre. Thank you.
We better hit the hay. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day. And this'll be a cold night. Gotta make both count if we plan on making it to Quebec before either get colder.
Colder than this?
Yep. Come winter, that whole river is gonna be frozen solid. End to end.
Great.
Here. A friend of mine bagged this one. Always said he'd rather own fur this white than sell it. But, well, he ain't around no more.
Well, that's the fur that
So someone may as well put it
Maikan's
to
looking
use
for.
for him. This is the most expensive pelt I've got, girl. And unlike him, I plan on making good money off it. You keep it safe, I keep you safe. Got it?
Got it.
I really like the theme music for this. It's really cool, I think. So a quick look at Pierre's codex then before we probably save for this this episode. Pierre. I'm still not sure how to feel about Pierre. Despite his gruff exterior, he strikes me as an upstanding man who acts with a kind heart. Sure, the way he speaks makes me worry he spent too much time among natives and too little time in church, but it's not like he has no morals. He never would have agreed to help me if he were truly evil. Plus, it takes incredible courage to do what he does, seeking fame and fortune alone in the wilds, even if he is only in it for the money. And yet, I can't shake the feeling that he's hiding something from me, something far bigger than I could possibly imagine. Historical facts, question mark, question mark. Okay, that's Pierre. We'll read the location ones at a later date, I think. Episode 2, Usi Takuachin, Fall's Beginnings. We'll leave it there this time. At the end of the first episode, that seems like quite a good place to end this first episode, and hopefully you've enjoyed it. I really like the story. It sort of sucked me in so far. Hopefully you're finding it interesting as well. If you've enjoyed this episode, if you could hit that thumbs up button, that'd be fantastic. But also, leave a comment as well. Let me know what you think about the game so far. Any thoughts on the story? Any thoughts on where it might go? You know, are you looking forward to it? Let me know in the comments. And, you know, if you're watching this and yet to subscribe to the channel, it'd be amazing if you could. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.